Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming at you with another exciting comic book haul. And before I begin this haul, I want to always, as I always do, say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos and helping me to continue to grow. And we are starting this video with a comic book I've been anticipating for a while now. A book written by or co-written by John Carpenter, the legendary John Carpenter, just as it says on the cover here. A Brightful Tale brought to you by the legendary John Carpenter from the Year of the Villain series by DC Comics, featuring one of my favorite villains. I think one of our all of our favorite villains, who now has the #1 movie in the world, Joker. And this is the Joker. Again, co-written by John Carpenter. And if any of you don't recall or know who John Carpenter is, he is the director of several frightening movies from the 70s and the 80s, which includes The Fog, The Thing. He's also the director of one of my favorite movies, Escape from New York. On and on and on and on. He has, what was it, also Big Trouble in Little China. He has a list of legendary and very famous films from that time period. Frightening screamer movies, or movies that make you jump and make you scream, and also Halloween, the Halloween movies. Can't forget about those, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. All right, so this isn't his first. Is not his first hurrah with comic books. He has several comic books out there that he's written for, I think with either Image or Boom Studios or Dark Horse Comics. So yeah, so Joker, You're the Villain #1, and we have after that another Joker comic book. This is Joker Harley, written by Cami Garcia, Michael Suyan, and Mike Mayhew are also contributing artists and writers. The Joker Harley series. I think this is going to be like a 12-issue series on the Black Label. And the Black Label under DC Comics is receiving a lot of popularity. It's more so adult content, not for children to read. I can't wait to read this, and I absolutely am loving this cover. Joker Harley, Criminal Sanity on the Black Label, DC Black Label. Love that cover. Next up, we have DC Dollar Comics, The Watchmen, #1, written by Alan Moore, of course, and Dave Gibbons. From their new Dollar Comics line, loving that. Very nice to have. For anyone who's never read The Watchmen, well, here you go. After that, we have Image Comics, issue number 301. And congratulations to Mr. Todd McFarlane, who was at the New York Comic Con, but unfortunately, I ran out of time and did not get a chance to meet him. He has actually made the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most longest running independent comic book in the world and in the comic book world. Very good, Mr. McFarlane. Very, very proud of you, sir. You are definitely a trend breaker. You are definitely an idol, and you're definitely someone who's a very good example for all of us who do this comic book thing. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Very nice. And next up, we have the final book in Powers of X, written by Mr. Jonathan Hickman. Excuse me, I got to get a swig of water. I'm coughing my head off here. I'm so sorry. Kind of getting over a cold. Or something of a cold from all that activity that I had from last week at NYCC. But yeah, this is the final book in the series. I am actually on book number 6 of House of X, and I haven't read Powers of X #5 yet. But now I can read them all back to back without interruption. And speaking of next week, we'll begin the new X-Men series, as you see right here, written by Jonathan Hickman and drawn by Lionel Francis Yu. And this is a promo card of that X-Men. Launch party starts next Wednesday, October the 16th. All right. So I thought I'd throw that in there. After that, we have Marvel Dollar Comics from the True Believers line. The Uncanny X-Men, which features Wolverine and Pyro on the cover there. All right. From the classic line. And we'll also have X-Men Betsy Braddock. All right. And that's also from the Marvel's True Believers X-Men line. Nice cover there. Oh, please excuse me about that cough. I know that sounds very nasty. I'm so sorry. Nothing I can do about it right now. It has to fade out or go away, which I'm trying to make it do. Anyway, next up, we have X-Men White Fox, a character who first appeared in the New Agents of Atlas series, which sprang out of a War of the Realms, and she's in her own solo series now, White Fox #1. Can't wait to read that. It also features the future Avengers in this series. Beautiful cover there. I really, really like that. Really, very much. Next up, we have Doctor Doom and his own solo series. The Nemesis of the Fantastic Four. Also a very, very nice cover there. Written by Christopher Cantwell. Artwork by Salvador Larraco and Guru FX. All right, Doctor Doom. Swinging into the big time again. Next up, we have Amazing Fantasy Facsimile, introducing the Amazing Spider-Man. Of course, this is a throwback issue and a reprint from Marvel. Very glad to have this in the haul here. This is not a book that I necessarily need to read because it's one I've read before, but it's always good to get these throwback issues, man, under the facsimile reprints. And then next up we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man #11, written by Saladin Ahmed. And this series is receiving a lot of praise from fans. It's doing very well on the comic book market. Loving that cover there. It looks like he's in a aerial battle with the Prowler. Very nice. Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue #11. And that's it. We're back at the Joker, Year of the Villain, #1 again. Very creepy cover, and I said that I would feature creepy covers in my video hauls, as this is the month of October, and the Halloween, the holiday known as Halloween, is creeping up on us. So I hope you've enjoyed this haul. Please support all your local comic book stores. Go to your local comic book stores where you can pick up these books and many others to whatever your liking are. It doesn't necessarily always have to be capes and tights. There are many kind of comic books out there, as I discussed with the gentleman from Third Eye Comics, that may be to your liking, that deal with any aspect of life, any aspect of history, any aspect of existence. All right, so that's it. That's all, y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease.